Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, it's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Right, on to the juicy news for today. I do post a lot of stuff in my post section, so go and check it out. Stuff that probably any other time would warrant a reading, but there seems to be bigger stuff that gets the reading. So if you go to maighstirtarot under any video or click on the pink circle, it'll take you to the my channel's main page, maighstirtarot's main page. And if you click on posts, which used to be called community, but now it's called posts, there's a lot of information under there, including the beef from Argentina. So what's come out is that I'm just going to say personally, I would be trying to source meat from either ethical butchers. A lot of people are finding that their local immigrant butchers, whether they be halal or something along those lines, are selling quality meat. They're not selling the rubbish that the big shops are selling. Farmers markets, a lot of the farmers will sell their meat cryovac, which is vacuum sealed at farmers markets, etc. Or if you can go direct to the farmer, a group of you get together and put in an order for a sheep or half a cow or something along those lines. And it is better to buy a small amount of quality meat than a slab of rubbish. And I hate to tell you, hot dogs are not meat. A lot of sausages are not meat. A lot of the times they can't call them beef sausages or lamb sausages or pork or anything like that, because often they don't actually contain very much meat whatsoever, or what they do contain is of dubious origin. So yeah, you're better off buying a little bit. I must admit I eat red meat once a week, and what I eat is probably smaller than the palm of my hand, probably about half the size of the palm of my hand there. I get a really good quality piece of ribeye, and it's quite thick. It's thick, but it would be literally half the size of the palm of my hand. So I don't eat a lot of meat. Lentils are a great source of protein, as is a lot of green leafy vegetables. And you can get protein powder, either vegetarian, plant-based or whey-based. Whey, W-H-E-Y. Dairy is also a good source as well. And yes, I do know the ethics of dairy itself as well. But I mean, these animals were bred to supply milk and to be turned into cheeses and yogurts, etc. Bred over thousands of years. And to be honest, if that wasn't their purpose, they would have no purpose. So they would cease to exist. So I'm not lecturing, I'm just putting it out there. So yeah, the beef from Argentina. So last Friday, the Orange Idiot announced that he had closed a deal to import 300,000 metric tons of ground beef, sold at 25% below market price. He didn't say where it was coming from. But there is speculation it's coming from Argentina, because in October last year, he told reporters that he was considering purchasing beef from Argentina in an effort to bring down the prices. Now, we've also got to remember that this Argentinian beef has a history of health hazardous beef. China has rejected a 300,000 metric ton delivery recently, so due to contamination. So just putting it out there, just be aware. So check out in my post section, I put a lot of information in regards to that. But what I do want to have a look at, because what else did I put in the post section? Apparently there is still a bunker under the White House. a nuclear bomb-proof bunker under the White House. So the felon babbling on about claiming that he needs a bunker is absolute BS, but we already knew that. And then there's also apparently the US Attorney General for the New York region, Albany, US, which is the one that went after Letitia James, apparently was appointed illegally. Oh dear, how sad, never mind. So, you know, there's a lot of sideways stuff happening that I put over there, but what I do want to have a look at is the CIA chief. So John Ratcliffe has arrived in Mossycow. No reason for being there. Wasn't even put out that he was going, except that plane tracker tracked a US Air Force C something or other. I did have it up, but I didn't keep it. Oh, C-17 transport plane. There you go. Tracked a C-17 transport plane that left Andrews Air Force Base and arrived in Mossycow, reported it, and then, of course, true reporters started demanding a please explain. Now, I'm looking at the BBC.com website here in regards to getting the information, because to be honest, if you're in the US at the moment, the best place to get your information is overseas. BBC, Al Jazeera, AP News is okay, Reuters News is okay, but the best place is to head overseas to get your information. So, what's come out? Well, we know it's not in replacement of petal, cash petal. Yes, I know how to spell and say it correctly, except I'm just watching out for the censors. He's the FSBI head. No, this is the Central Intelligence head. John Ratcliffe travelled to Mossycow. No details as to why. There was nothing that said he was going. And so let's have a look. It was unannounced. I'm just looking at the photograph that is combined with this article where he looks like he's been sprung for something. Okay, so reportedly arrived in the capital early on Tuesday. Neither Washington or Mossycow confirmed that he went there, has gone there, or the nature of the visit, or who he was meant to meet. So there is nothing. All that we know is that the plane took off from Andrews, arrived in Mossycow, and away we went. Footage on social media shows a diplomatic motorcade travelling through Mossycow. Ahead of the trip, the US asked Ukraine to suspend strikes as there would be a senior delegation travelling there. I don't know, if I was Ukraine, I'd just keep going. And it is Ratcliffe's first trip to Mossycow. Okay. Where do I go with this? I'm going to use the Runic Tarot, and let's have a look. John Foreman, who served as the British military attaché to Mossycow between 2019 and 2022, speculated on the visit, said Americans don't usually send such high-ranking officials unannounced at short notice unless something is up. Oh yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Okay, so let's have a look. We know nothing. So let's see what the guides can bring us in. I had stuck my ring on. I just felt I needed extra protection. Again, gorgeous ring sent to me by one of my lovely viewers. I am going to go to a gem show gem thing this weekend to see if I can find some rosy type rings, because I do like the unpolished stone. My guides really like the unpolished stone. Okay, so here we've got a plan coming to fruition with something to do with overseas, and we've got the moon, so the secret meetings. Okay, something to do with secrets being revealed. I don't think it was supposed to become common knowledge that he was there. I don't think it was supposed to come out. Okay, because now, of course, any reporter worth its or any journalist worth their title will be demanding an explanation. So let's have a look. Ratcliffe in Mossycow, why is he there? Remembering that there was an attempt recently on one of the senior defence ministers. There has been recent drones appearing over Germany. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, well, the first card that wanted to come out was this Ace of Cups. New partnerships, new agreements, new discussions, perhaps new peace talks. I wouldn't expect that. Something that is emotionally overwhelming, a reset. Oh, there's going to be some sort of announcement that comes out of the White House. I'd be dubious as to what it is. But this is about new partnerships, getting new partnership discussions. Remembering that the regime recently lifted the sanctions on Ruski oil. So what happened is that Ukraine then bombed all the crude oil production sites. So, okay, yeah, you can export it if you've got any. So what's this card? Almost not going to turn it over. The challenge is the Two of Swords. Looking at options that haven't been resolved as of yet in what is turning out to be a very decimated conflict for the Ruskies. So this is options, strategies. Okay, you've got the warrior on one side. The other side, you've got the frustration and the block. And if you have a look in the trees there, I don't know, come on, focus for me. You'll see there are two corpses hanging from the trees. So this is very much about discussion of strategy. Again, two though, because we've got some sort of partnership reset here. Two being two options in what is the 3-day conflict that's turned into what, 4 going on 5 years now, that is taking in a massive toll on Ruski. At the foundation, we've got the Eight of Wands. The energy that they're stewing in at the moment has opened the book. Now, you've got here these two symbols. They are the same symbol but reflected. And what they do mean when it's the forward symbol, which is this one, it means needs, self-reliance, endurance, survival, constraint. But it's reflected, so it's also the opposite. A lack of self-reliance, a lack of endurance, a lack of survival, a lack of constraint. So I suspect that this is what is being discussed here. A lot of plans being put on the table. I know wands can mean information coming out very quickly. But they can also mean plans, passion, careers. I think this is plans. A lot of plans being put on the table here in regards to this need for survival, pretty much. And we've got the rainbow, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This is not all that it seems. Do not believe what the White House tells you. Okay, I've got a question that I want to ask. We've got the King of Cups here in the past. The emotionally mature diplomat, the negotiator, could be Witless Koff, who we know has Russian and very recent Russian ancestry. But he's in the past been sidelined. looking away from all this. Why would you send the CIA to negotiate? Okay, you got the Page of Swords. Something new. Armament, new armament. I can't get away from, I've been reading for forever that the regime will do something to assist the Ruskies against Ukraine, sending potentially of troops or armament or something like that. Page of Swords, there's something new on being offered here in regards to either strategy or armament. I'll ask about that afterwards. There's the military. That worries me. The immediate future, movement, troop movement, military going in. Externally, keeping something under wraps, the secrets, but the secrets being revealed. And it is literally a fight of good versus evil here. Can't shake that with the military. And here's Rusky itself. Some dark, insane agreement that will be exposed to do with something to do with expanding the Ruskies. Oh, can't shake this feeling. Okay. Oh, hopes and fears, the devil. Now look at this. This going forward, all major arcana. Major yes cards, but also take note. Watch really carefully. The hopes and fears, dealing with the devil. The devil will always have his due. You've got this symbol here again that was in this book, which is the discussions that are being had. But you've also got the investigation taking place on the battlefields. The investigation. I do not like these cards. Let's see what the outcome is. Yeah, traitorous actions, 3 of Swords. Traitorous actions. Stabbed through the heart. Betrayal. Heartbreak, loss, but just. It's my card for traitorous actions. Ace of Swords. And the 6 of Swords. The truth coming out about this, being exposed from the cover of clouds, and then packing up this truth and moving forward. Now, the UN Security Council meeting, which is an absolute joke considering out of the 5 permanent members, you've got Rusky, US and China as 3 of them. Apparently the US stormed out when France confronted them about the crimes against humanity in the Caribbean and Pacific. So yeah, that just showed their true colours. 6 of Swords here. Truth coming out. This could be about movements, the agreements. This could be a shipment. See how these are all swords here and this person's holding this page is holding the swords. This could be about shipments of truth coming out, about shipments of armaments perhaps. The lovers, the agreement that was made, and the agreement with I was going to say the devil, but I've already got the devil out. The death card. Not only will bring death, but bring a significant ending. Oh, this is in exchange for dark money. This is really, and 10 of Swords. Oh, there is discussions that are happening here that will just last. It'll be the last sword. It'll be the last sword. So you've got the White House and the gift from the past. The Page of Pentacles to do with balloting. Oh, is it for the Ruskies to interfere in the midterms in exchange for armaments? I'm going to ask that too, because then we've got the High Priestess. those that feathered their nests. Money Trail, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the ending with the World card. It is going to be exposed, and it is going to treason. I've been getting ever since this regime took office that they will be taken out for treason. Secret meetings done in private in the corner of the tavern type thing. There is something really, really. Okay. It is linked. I won't say this was discussed, but the knowledge of this by Kush is linked to the meeting that Kush had with Jeffries. I won't say Jeffries knows about this, about what's going to be discussed, but it's somehow linked. Okay, tell me, is this about supplying armament to the Ruskies? Is this about supplying armament, or it's not intelligent? Well, they're already supplying the Ruskies with intelligence, but this is like physical on the ground. Something physically. Oh, you want that one? Okay. Love a jumper. Oh, boy. Russia jumped out. Yes. Queen of Pentacles. The Devil. Oh, man. This is something physical with the Queen of Pentacles, the Devil again, and the Page of Swords. Similar cards, different order. You guys see me shuffle. Something new. The Moon card, the Lovers card, the King of Swords, action being taken, the Ten of Wands, just overreach, absolutely overreach, this agreement, and the Wheel of Fortune. There was in the news, and I was going to do a separate reading on it, about the Ruskies just launched a drone sub. Let's see if I can bring that up, because with that card, something that's happening underneath. Now this drone sub, where did I put it? Where did I find it? It's in militarywatchmagazine.com. Has begun factory sea trials. Now this is literally from 9 days ago. Factory sea trials of a nuclear-powered drone submarine, so unmanned submarine that has the capacity to, it has 6 launch tubes, and a range of 10,000 kilometers. Now, I'm not saying it fires nuclear weapons, it's just nuclear powered. Excuse my swearing. Yes, that was me. I think it's to do with this. I think it's to do with this. Okay, come back down again, because this is a plan, bringing a plan to its culmination, and it's also overreach, but all these are underneath. Now this symbol, up the right way, it's upside down here, means protection and a shield, but it is upside down. It means warding off evil as well, but it's upside down, so it is evil. Undoing protection. It's not a shield, it's not defensive, it's offensive. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, the wheel turning. where it lands. And it's to do with Ace of Pentacles, some new beginning. Far out, man. You've got the Hierophant. On the bottom, you've got the Magician, the Manifestation, the Six of Wands, which is about a victory or a false victory. You've got the Knight of Cups here, the Trojan Horse, well, you know, submarine stealth. And you've got the Six of Wands. And then the Six of Swords and the Five of Wands, the delivery. But, oh boy, strung up and burnt at the stake. This is about taking something down, but it's very often the infighting. You've got the people in the background watching on as this figure is being burnt at the stake. And you've got, again, the symbol for frustration. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's just ask flat out. Come on down so you can see how I shuffle them. I mean, I've got too many cards to put them back one at a time, so I do a poker shuffle like that. Then I do a bigger poker shuffle. And then I do a bigger one again. I'll just do a separate one here. I mean, it's a terrible poker shuffle because I never learned how to play poker. Am I on the right track? Is it to do with delivery of armaments for this drone submarine? Far out, man. Traitorous. And there's that Ten of Swords again. And there's the Sun card. Huge yes. Can also be an explosion. We've got here poking out, unexpected news coming forward. Got the Ace of Wands, got the Hanged Man. But traitorous. And I think it's going to be revealed. What's on the actual top? An announcement from the White House. Again, mercenary actions. Yeah, I'm going to say yes, that it is. Traitorous actions that will bring a downfall. Big yes in the middle there. Ace of Wands, a new plan that is going to string them all up. An announcement from the White House that is literally going to be mercenary. And then you've got the Page of Cups. Unexpected news coming out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, I do. And this is what I think it is. I think it is discussions to provide armaments for this drone submarine. Is this in exchange for, and I'm just pointing out it is treasonous. And when this comes out, there is so much. I always wonder, what is it that's going to tip it over to have the regime removed? If they do this and it is revealed, boy, oh boy, the military will be in and removing them. Oh, look what's thrown out. You saw me put it back randomly. The Ten of Swords. It is the ending. You've got the guardrails here and you've got the mercenary. Again, or stability of government. Hoping it's the stability of government, because then you've got the Queen of Wands coming out with the Ace of Swords bringing forward the Sword of Truth. You've got the Revelation here with the Hermit, and then the Seven of Wands bringing down the wrath of the gods when this information is revealed with the Page of Cups. Okay, I'll put those back randomly. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Did wonder why I was sitting on that sub news for a while. Found out about it, I think, last week. I don't know where to go with this. Okay. Are these remembering that Kush, who was involved in negotiations with the Ruskies along with Koff, Kush, who has no role in the administration or the regime other than being the son-in-law. I think he's one of the major string pullers. I did a reading ages ago to find out which one was the actual devil at the top of the pile, and it was Kush. Was surprised when I was talking about, I mean, there's probably some above him, but when I was talking about the Nettie of the Yahoo and the Orange Felon, etc., and I got that it was Kush. Remembering that the Orange Felon is simply the empty corpse out the front of the stage, distracting while the real work happens behind the black curtain. Is this in exchange to stealing midterm elections, to do with stealing midterms? I think part of that meeting with Cush and Jeffries was to come to an agreement that the balloting would not be disputed. Okay, let's see what these cards say. Was it? Yes. Big yes. Yes, 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 yes. When I'm talking about balloting, pentacles are ballots, aces are yeses. Yes, tower, yes. I see nothing with that Four of Cups, but it's also about just complete obliviousness to what is unique and precious about democracy, indolence, arrogance. But yes, hoping the Tower means that oh gosh, there's that Ten of Swords again. I think information about this is going to come out. King of Pentacles, you've got the False Knight, and then you've got the Judgment. This one keeps trying to show itself. It's one of my election flipping cards. News coming out about it, about stealing. I don't think they're going to get away with it, but by crikey, they're definitely going to try. And guess what's back again? The treason card. So Seven of Swords, Three of Swords. Two of Pentacles. I've got two finagling. Yes, I always get words wrong. Cards in the deck. One is the 6 and one is the 2. But in this particular deck, they're stopped. They're stopped. Bringing forward new information with the Page. The attempted steal with the Seven of Swords. And then treason here. This is the sub itself, the stealth sub, the drone sub, and Judgment. Why is Judgment there? Because it is a double X, which is a double ending, but it's also the carnage on a battlefield being investigated. Two of Swords and Secret Meeting. So those cards are back again as well. Right, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, money trails, hard work going on behind the scenes to bring about a new plan. But then we've got the Nine of Swords, the Moon, the Five of Cups, and the Death card. Being revealed, this absolute disregard for human life and corruption, and at the ending. Okay, I'm going to leave that reading there. That went somewhere wild, and far out. I just split the deck, the devil, and the subsequent investigation. Seeing what's around it, Page of Cups. Unexpected news coming forward. This is, so watch for an announcement coming out from the White House. But I'm just going to say he's not over there for beneficial purposes. Let me put it that way. Oh boy, oh boy. Given that I was going to do a reading on the sub, we'll see whether we go there. I might still have a reading. Might have a reading on them. Oh, I don't know. Let me have a think about it. Catch you shortly.